Here are my restore disks for my Acer Aspire 1690, a laptop computer from 2005. Sadly, that computer has been broken for a few years. The video card died, and there's no way to fix it unless you know how to reball a laptop GPU. This is the first disk, the bootable system CD. This is the first actual recovery CD, which contains the recovery files for Windows XP Home Edition. And this is the second disk with those recovery files. Of course, because this computer was bought in Italy, the copy of XP is in Italian. Although the copy of XP that was included with this computer is not particularly special, let's see what happens when we use these system recovery CDs on another brand of computer. And you might think, oh, he's gonna use his ThinkPad T60 again, but no. This time we're gonna use my 2008 HP Pavilion desktop computer. Here's the test hard drive that I usually use in the T60, hooked up via SATA in a temporary way. And now let's turn it on and insert the bootable system CD. Let's press escape for the boot menu, even though I've already set it up to boot to the CD first. And it says starting Windows 98, because this part uses DOS, and they decided to use the Windows 98 version of DOS. But we already have a problem. It didn't find the optical drive. It said there for a moment, no drives found aborting installation. And that's a problem because this computer does not have a compatibility setting for the SATA drives. As far as I know, the SATA hard drive is permanently in compatibility mode, but I guess the optical drive is permanently in AHCI mode or SATA mode, whatever it's called. So unless we can get DOS to recognize the optical drive, we cannot use this computer. What's in the C drive? It's a RAM drive. Well, actually I have another idea. Let's forget this system CD. I have another trick up my sleeve. This is a copy of Falcon 4's Ultimate Boot CD version 4.61, which I burned to a CDR. If you've ever heard of Hiren's Boot CD, this is very similar. It contains various utilities in a bootable CD that could be used for recovering a computer in case something goes wrong. I'll put this in the internal optical drive. Let's restart and boot from this Falcon 4 CD. And here we're gonna start the Mini XP environment, also known as Mini Windows XP. The screen is a little bit cropped, so let's press the auto button on my monitor. Okay, that looks better. Here we have Ghost 32 launcher. And just start with default options, I guess. And here is Symantec Ghost. I didn't want to spoil it earlier in the video, but this is what the Acer recovery utility uses. This is a newer version from 2010, but last time I tried it worked, so just press enter for OK. And we do local disk from image. And now we have to insert the first recovery CD. And go to the images folder. Oh, it's just single click. And it didn't find anything, but we go here and select scan for images. And here it is. And now it's asking for a password, which Took quite a few nanoseconds, but I managed to guess it. It's below. B-E-L-O-W. Select local destination drive. That's my hard drive. Use the entire drive. Proceed with disk restore. Destination drive will be permanently overwritten. Yes. And now it's restoring. So the original Acer utility looked pretty much identical to this, including the picture of the ghost here. So now we're restoring. This is gonna take a while, so I should record a time-lapse video. Okay, that didn't take long. It's done with the first part, so now we have to eject this disk and insert the second one. The Acer tool showed a different dialog box, but you have to do the same thing, of course. And now it's done. Clone completed successfully. So time for the moment of truth. Did you catch that? That was a blue screen of death. And I think I know what the problem is. So we're back here, and let's boot back to Mini Windows XP. Here there's another useful utility. This thing is just filled with useful utilities, but now we're gonna need fix_HDC. Is the installation of Windows you wish to load located at C, Acer? Yes. Let's update the mass storage drivers. Fix HDC finished. Good luck. So now we restart again. And this is the screen that says Windows could not start successfully. Do you want to start in safe mode or last known good configuration? But we'll just start Windows normally. And it crashed again. Wasn't expecting that. Is this the same error or something else? Can we boot up with disable auto restart so it doesn't go away that quickly? Pressing F8, and we do disable automatic restart on system failure. And here we can see the blue screen of death. Now it's error 7E. Wasn't it the same error as before? Let's look it up. So what do the results say? Well, let's see the first result from Microsoft. I think it's still something to do with the hard drive controller. A race condition that is triggered when an old lease handle is accessed after the lease spin lock is released. Oh, now I get it. Just kidding. Let's see what How To Geek has to say. Bad sectors. Should we try running ScanDisk or chkdsk? Well, let's try checkdisk. Is there a shortcut for it? Oh, there is. C. Just fix errors. Don't have time for a surface scan. Windows has checked the file system and found no problems, so it didn't do anything. So I don't think that's what's causing it. In fact, fix HDC fixes the 7B error, not 7E. If it still fails, I think we have to use another computer. No, it still crashes. So let's turn it off and give up. So here we are with my good old ThinkPad T60. Another reason why I didn't want to use it now is because now it's summer and the days are hotter, and this T60 with ATI graphics heats up a little bit more than usual, even though last year I applied fresh thermal paste. So in summer I don't use this computer a lot. but I put the test hard drive here, and now let's turn it on. But before starting up from the hard drive, we'll go to the BIOS and set the hard drive or SATA mode to compatibility, so it's recognized as an IDE hard drive. I don't know if you can see that. Let me adjust the camera. It says NTLDR is missing, so I guess we're gonna have to reinstall. We're gonna try the system CD again. Maybe turn up the brightness a little bit. Now it's starting Windows 98 from the Acer system CD, and it did detect the optical drive. It's set up as drive X, and now we have this screen. At the top it says the CD can only be used in Acer system, but notice it also has a DOS prompt, and it's set to the D drive. What is that, you may ask? That's the CD. And if we run restore.exe, we get Acer's version of Symantec Ghost. And it says copyright 2000, even though these system files are from 2004. Here the mouse doesn't work, so we have to use the keyboard. Press enter for OK. Select local, disk from image. We highlight look in. The I is underlined, so we can press Alt I to select that control. Now it's selected, so we press enter to activate it. We go to the optical drive, but before selecting that, we have to swap CDs and insert the first recovery CD. Nothing has showed up yet. Let's try selecting the optical drive again. Okay, we have the images folder, so let's open it. And there's nothing. We have to select files of type. The T is underlined, so we press Alt T. Scan for images. And there's our disk image. We only have one hard drive here. The password is below. We wanted to use the entire hard drive. And to select OK, we could tab through all the controls. Or as you can see, the O is underlined, so we can press Alt O and proceed with disk restore. Yes. There's the slightly different dialog box. And now before starting up from the hard drive, we'll boot to Falcon 4 CD and fix the hard drive controller driver right away. Let's turn up the volume just in case the sound is gonna work. And no, it's not working. But the installation is. So it says, thanks for purchasing from Acer this computer on which Windows XP is installed. Well, this is not an Acer computer, but I did purchase an XP computer from Acer many years ago. So let's continue. And now notice that everything looks a little bigger, even though it's set to the native resolution. That is because if we go to the display properties and advanced. It's set to 125% display scaling. When my Acer laptop was new, it was set to standard 100% or 96 dots per inch. But for some reason, when doing this recovery, it sets it to 125% or 120 dots per inch. So we have to restart the computer another time. We're back now, and now we can explore this Acer installation. Once we dismiss these hardware update prompts. Windows Media Player, it's standard version 9. Adobe Reader 6.0, which is in English. Norton Antivirus, that's actually on a separate CD, but it's not going to be very interesting. Arcade, this is like Acer's version of Windows Media Center. NTI CD and DVD Maker Gold, which has a weird custom user interface, but I suppose it works fine. This version is even compatible with Windows 98. And they misspelled MPEG. Cyberlink Power Producer Gold. And of course Internet Explorer 6, but we don't want to connect to the internet now. It shows here Acer Incorporated, Acer System. Lots of websites and phone numbers. In the start menu there's also Acer Grid Vista, which is like an early version of AeroSnap. You set up how you want windows to be arranged on your screen. For example, we do double vertical. Now we have these extra controls on the title bar, and we can snap the windows to a cell of the grid we specified. If we close Grid Vista, those extra buttons on the title bar are not showing up anymore. Then there's the user manual for the computer. There's what the computer looks like. Also, user guide for the modem. Standard Windows games. NTI backup now 3. As opposed to NTI backup later. Print Me Internet Printing, but that's not an actual program. Otherwise, this is a standard Windows XP installation. The only custom background it has is this one, and it has a custom screensaver. Which goes on for quite a long time. All non-standard drivers need to be installed in this computer. But as you can see, we were able to restore the Acer image, which is completely pointless. It's also not activated, and activation will probably fail because it's not designed to be run on non-Acer computers. So there we have it. Thank you for watching.